So today I want to talk about something kind of normal but not talked about enough, feeling stuck emotionally. Like, when you wake up and you just feel off, not sad, not angry, not happy, just kind of in this weird space where nothing really moves you. Yeah, that. I've been there plenty of times. It's like your brain is on pause and your emotions are kind of tangled up. You're not exactly sure why you feel that way. And honestly, sometimes it feels like nothing you do makes it better. So I figured, why not just share what I actually do on those days? Not some fancy advice, just real, sometimes messy things that help me deal with feeling stuck. First off, when I'm stuck emotionally, the absolute worst thing for me is trying to force myself to fix it. Like, sometimes I want to just snap out of it. But honestly, that never works. It just makes me feel worse because then I'm beating myself up on top of feeling stuck. Sometimes being there means I'm literally doing nothing useful. I'll scroll my phone way too much or binge watch some dumb show just to numb out a little. It's not ideal. It's what I do sometimes, and that's okay. Now, I know that sounds lazy or unproductive, but honestly, forcing myself to be on when you're not just makes things worse. So giving myself that break, even if it's just an afternoon, helps me reset a little. But I try not to stay in that space too long. Then I start to feel even more stuck. So after some downtime, I try small stuff that doesn't require much brain power, but helps me move through that feeling. For me, that's actually feeling something like stretching or moving around. I don't do a workout or anything intense. I just stand up, maybe walk around the house, stretch my arms, shake out my hands. Sometimes I even dance around to a song I like, even if it's weird. That little movement feels like a release. Sometimes I write, not for anyone else or for a blog post, just scribbling in my notebook or on my phone. Usually I'll write questions like, why do I feel like this? What's bugging me? What am I not saying? What do I need right now? It's not about answers or solutions. It's just about getting these thoughts out my head and onto pieces of paper. That usually helps me feel a little less trapped inside of my own thoughts. You know how your brain can be this harsh critic sometimes? It's like, why are you stuck again? Come on, let's get it together. That voice never helps. So I try to replace it with a nicer one. Like, if my best friend was stuck, what would I say to her? Usually it's something like, it's okay. You don't have to be perfect. Everyone gets stuck sometimes. Just that small mental shift helps slow down the negative self-talk and makes me feel less alone. I also try to check in with what I really need, which isn't always obvious. Sometimes I think I need to fix myself, but really I just need rest or connection. So I'll ask myself, do I need to be alone right now, or do I need to talk to someone? Am I holding on to stress, or is there something I need to let go of? Sometimes I call a friend or a family member just to say, hey, I'm not doing great. I don't expect advice or anything. I just want to be heard. And honestly, that helps a lot. Other times I just need quiet and no one bothering me, and I try to respect that need as well. Something else that helps, I try not to judge myself for being stuck. Like I used to think every time I felt off, it meant that I was being lazy or weak or doing something wrong. But now I'm learning that it's just what it is. Everyone gets stuck or overwhelmed sometimes. That's normal. So instead of beating myself up, bullying myself, I'm trying to be patient and gentle. Even if I don't feel like I'm fixing anything, I remind myself it's okay to take time. No one's on all the time. No one is on all the time. And yeah, it's not like I've got this perfectly figured out. Some days I still spiral or get frustrated with myself. Some days I just want to hide under my blankets and pretend the world doesn't exist. And sometimes I do that. But over time, I've learned to ride the waves instead of fighting them. The stuck feeling usually fades. It might take a day, a week, or longer, but it always changes eventually. Now that I've said all that, here's some other random stuff I do when I'm stuck that might sound kind of weird, but works for me. Sometimes I change up my environment. Like maybe I'll just move from one room to another, or open a window to get fresh air. It doesn't sound like much, but it helps me feel a tiny shift in perspective. Sometimes even just standing outside for 5 minutes and noticing the sky or feeling the breeze helps me to get out of my head a bit. Other times I put on a podcast or music I don't have to think about that feels comforting, like something familiar or chill. I'm not trying to learn anything new or be productive. I just want background noise that's kind of soothing. I'll do some gentle stretches or breathe deep a few times to release some of that. It sounds simple, but in actuality, it makes a whole lot of difference emotionally. I also try to be careful with social media. So if I notice I'm getting dragged down by it, I'll put my phone away for a while or turn off notifications. Another thing I remind myself is that it's okay to ask for help, not just from family and friends, but sometimes professional help, like talking to a counselor. It's not just for serious problems, it's for regular people who want to understand themselves better and learn how to move through stuck feelings. And honestly, even though it feels scary or embarrassing to admit when you're not okay, it's usually such a relief once you do. And here's something else I'm learning. Sometimes when you feel stuck emotionally, your body might be trying to tell you something else. Like you might be tired in a way that sleep doesn't fix, or your nervous system is overwhelmed, or your energy is just off because of what you've been putting yourself through. So I try to be extra kind to my body in those times, drinking water, getting outside, resting when I can. That stuff might not fix everything, but it helps me feel a little bit better. All right, to sum it all up, it's okay to feel stuck. It happens to everyone. Don't try to fix yourself immediately. Give yourself permission to just be there. Try small things that help you move or express what you feel. Stretch, write, talk to yourself kindly. Check in on what you really need. Rest, connection, and space. Don't judge yourself or beat yourself up. This is normal. Reach out if you want to, even if it's just to say, hey, I'm not okay right now. Take care of your body and environment in gentle ways. Be patient. It takes time, and that's fine. I hope some of this feels helpful or relatable. If you've been stuck lately, you're definitely not alone. If you've been stuck lately, you're definitely not alone. And if you have your own ways of dealing with this, I'd love to hear them. Drop a comment or a little emoji. Thanks for listening to me ramble today. If you like this kind of real talk, hit the like button and subscribe. I'm going to keep sharing these honest chats whenever they come up. Take care of yourself.